ground connections. The middle pins are 5 volts regulated, and these left hand pins are battery voltage. So if we flip this over, you can see what's done here. So we've got the main battery voltage coming in, goes into the regulator. It is also paired across and goes away to the distribution board down underneath. We've got our ground connections the same, and this is the 5 volts regulated output, which goes across and pick up the middle row of the board. So that's a compact unit with a total of 6 outputs. So 3 of them 5 volts and 3 dual voltage, battery volts, 5 volts and ground. Now that we've got the power distribution board all sorted, the second in line will be the Nano. I've already tried these pin headers, right angle pin headers out for size to make sure everything was going to fit together. So I'll be using digital pins up to pin 12, but also pin 13, which is on the other side. So these right angle pins will tackle all the ones on this side. I'll put a single vertical pin in for D13. All these ones will be spare, all the analog pins. I've got 5 volts here, and I'll be using that to power the receiver, okay, because the receiver wants 5 volts ground and signal. So we'll use the power off of the Nano board to power up the receiver. We've got a ground pin there and a V in, voltage in, so we'll take a pair of wires away there to power the board. So we want from there to the power distribution board to get the power. We use the 5 volts ground GND over there and RXO for the receiver. So there's a 3-wire circuit there to power that, and then the other wire from the power distribution board will go away to the motor drivers. So what I'll do now, before I do any soldering on this board, is I will connect this to the computer and download the program ready for installation. Right, so I've just come back from the computer and I've loaded the program on. This has got 4 channels connected or put through into, and so that is ready to drive 2 motor drivers or 4 motors. So just to recap, channel 1 on the radio will operate the steering, channel 2 will operate the forward and reverse, channel 3 will operate the tip on the skip, and channel 4 will operate the turntable on the front. Okay, so I've just completed the hardwiring of the motor drivers, the TB6612 FNGs. So this is top side, so I've fitted the JST XH terminals, and that's where the 4 motors will plug into. I've just finished the 13 wire connection to the Arduino Nano board, and underneath we've got the connections, the inputs and the outputs. So the inputs correspond with my wiring diagram. So these will tally up with the terminals on the Nano board. Now I've also put in the power. So the white lead will be battery voltage, and they're teed off to each board. The red lead will be the 5-volt logic circuit, and it's also teed across to the standby mode. So the motors, or these boards, will come out of standby as soon as power is applied to the logic circuits, and they're also teed across to the other board